guys, and welcome to the Artist Way week 11 recap video. It's week 11, which means next week is the last, and I cannot wait to be done with this. But with that energy, let's get started. I have read this before, I've said this many times, but I read this book before. I'd done the whole Artist Way a year and a half ago is like the last time I did it. Back then it had way more of an impact on me, as seen in the many things I highlighted back then. But this time around, I read the things that I highlighted and I just don't resonate with it anymore, which is a good thing. I actually think that shows so much growth that I've done the last year and a half, which I'm very happy about. But this week was about recovering a sense of autonomy. So I think this being about spirituality and like trusting, you know, the God power and stuff like that, I already do. I trust you, babe. I trust you. But there were a couple things that did resonate with this week. One was this quote that said, "To a large degree, my life is my art, and when it gets dull, so does my work." That's like kind of the main thing I took from it, and like it made so much sense to where I'm at right now in my journey in the artist way and just in general in life. I have recently been embracing joy and fun a lot more than I have in a long time. And I don't have to struggle as much as I have done in the past, and war is over in my mind. That's kind of where I'm at. It's just like a nice place to be, you know, when you start feeling like life can be fun and playful and everything is magical. One book I actually read recently that I resonated with a lot of things in it was All About Love by Bell Hooks. And one of the main things that I remember from that book was the fact that if you do your best with everything, you're going to have so much more fun with anything you do. Like, for example, if you have a job that you don't love, but you do your best there every day, you're gonna have a much more purposeful and fun life. And I think ew, it's so watery. I regret drinking that. Ew. Okay, and I basically feel like that's also connected to this quote of making your life sparkle a bit more. Like, you know, anything is going to be a lot more fun when your life is more fun. For me personally, at least, like I used to think and I used to buy into this idea of the depressed artists and stuff like that, that like, you know, great art is kind of made in tormented states, which I don't think is true. I mean, I think I have drawn inspiration from those states with my work. But when I'm in a bad place, like if I'm depressed, if I'm not doing what I like to do, if I'm just not having a good time, I'm less motivated and I have less drive to get things done because I have just a more overall negative outlook on things. So I'm not even gonna get there. There was another quote, not from this author of this book, but like from someone else, called Ferruccio Busoni. I don't know who he is. But he said, "The function of the creative artist consists of making laws, not in following laws already made." Which kind of resonates with the fact that I've talked about how much I'm done with self-help books and like self-help preaching in general and stuff like that, which I have really been done with and I don't participate in anymore. And like this book is like my last like straw in this self-help world. Because like I think for me, I'm a rebel at heart. I'm not a rebel without a cause, but if something doesn't resonate with me, for me, I'm like, yeah, rules don't apply to me. I don't care what laws people have made for themselves. It's nothing to do with me. Like, I can get to do what I get to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, as long as I'm not making a problem for anyone else, as long as I'm not breaking like actual laws. Who cares then? Like, I don't know. Like, I think just that's when you're following self-help books and preaching and stuff like that, at the end of the day, I get to choose what I think in my own life. Like, I'm not trying to put anything onto anyone else, but I can trust myself. Like, you know what I mean? I can make my own rule book. There were a couple of exercises in this week that I did. One of them was 10 wishes, and then it had different categories to make 10 wishes about. I didn't write it yet because I think these are the kind of things I journal about all the time anyway. But I will say, I think I understand how important it is to get clear on things whenever you have new desires in your life. Sometimes just getting clarity is the last piece of the puzzle that you need to really move forward, because it's actually kind of the foundation of it all. Like, knowing what you want it's kind of hard to get what you want if you don't even know what you want. That's definitely something I want to take into consideration going forward when I'm journaling, like trying to get more clarity on areas of life that I don't know for sure what I want to do in. I think can be a little bit aloof sometimes, but at the same time I really enjoy once I feel clear on something. It's kind of like a weight is lifted off my shoulder and it comes to me very, very quick and easily. Like the solutions or the steps I have to take to get there, it's like the path is clear as soon as I know what the goal is, you know? Then there was another exercise that asked, how have I changed since week 4? I was thinking, like, where was I week 4? I think I was in Berlin. I think I was staying in a temporary apartment for a little bit. That month, June, it was mentally a pretty stressful month for me. Like, not mentally, physically, very, like, I was worn out. I was drained, worn out, and the only solution to that problem was literally getting a full-on break like I've gotten since, so I'm happy about that. How have I changed since? I really think that I have fully entered this mentality and space of not struggling anymore, which is a huge progress for me because I am Mr. Struggle. Well, I was. I'm not claiming that anymore. And I really have chosen easy things. Except I have actually recently been challenging myself in ways that promotes growth and not been challenging myself in ways that just promotes more struggle. Like, that's how I'm supposed to differentiate it. Is, yeah, struggle is necessary sometimes when you want to get from A to B, but sometimes I've chosen struggling for the sake of struggling because I wanted to build character and I wanted to build thick skin. But I'm gonna build thick skin regardless because that's just how life is, and if I am wanting to reach certain goals, I will have to get over some hurdles along the way anyways and build thick skin and be more robust as a result of that anyways. So there's no need to struggle just for the sake of it, because all that does is like you're struggling with no end in sight. You're struggling with no goal or growth inside. Like, what's the point of that? Like, you're just gonna burn yourself out. Another thing I've changed since week 4 is just being more relaxed. Like, I think I was a lot more yanking and like forceful in my mind. I also have got this zest for life and lust for life back that I haven't felt in fucking ages. Like, I cannot explain to you how it feels. It feels very peaceful. It's not like this overly like exciting, like I feel that feeling every now and again, but it's very at peace. I feel like zen in a way that I haven't felt in ages. Like, I genuinely think the worst is over. Like, that's how I feel. Also, the whole being done with like self-help, I felt that way for a while, but like since week 4, like I'm even more done in a good way. Like, I don't know, like I've also been triggered a lot since, like minorly, but I've handled it all with grace and gotten over things like that, you know what I mean? Like, even if I'm heartbroken for like whatever like happens, I'm heartbroken for like half an hour. Like, it's crazy. I bounce back quick, so that's changed also. I mean, I haven't had like anything huge badly happened to me the last, how long was it, like since week 4. Also, since week 4, I have so much more empathy with myself. Whenever I think back to like the last year and the last few years and stuff like that, I'm like, Julie, you did so good. You did so good. So I think growing like empathy for myself and for like other people also, because I think once you start like having that for yourself, you start getting a soft spot for yourself, it's easier to also have that for other people too. Okay, then another exercise was 5 ways I will continue to change. Let me see what I wrote. Okay, first, address triggers as they come. Instead of digging for anything, I think just like, you know, it's things come to the surface anyway. If I am committing to thinking positively and acting positively and like challenging myself and getting out of my comfort zone, like of course I'm gonna feel nervous, I'm gonna feel a bit unsure, uncertain, insecure in different settings. And so as those feelings rise to the top, I can just deal with it as they are at the top instead of like trying to pre-fix things, you know. I think it's easier just to deal with things as they come. Second, turn inwards. something I noticed, and this is so crazy because I think I've done this so much, I have this tendency to see myself from like another POV, and it's so crazy, and it's like second nature to me, and I do it less than I used to, but I'm getting kind of fed up with that habit of like seeing myself from the outside, kind of. And I don't know what that is called, if that's just how everyone is living, but genuinely, like, I see myself from an outside point of view a lot. And whenever I do turn inwards, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see the world from my eyes and not like eyes looking at me. I feel peace. So I want to keep doing that, like, so much to the point where I barely see myself from an outside POV. And then third, I want to focus on living a good life. Simple as that. And then fourth, just continue. And 5, continue. Another exercise, 5 ways I will nurture myself the next 6 months. I wrote I wanted to go on solo trips, maybe plural. I shall see like where I want to go. I just feel like doing things solo out in the world a little bit. It's something I wanted to do for ages. It's a bucket list thing for me, and I think a way to nurture myself is actually like doing things that I want to do and like kind of follow through with it. Yeah, just like following through with it, and like solo trips was like first thing that came to mind. I have other things I want to do, but I think in general I'm going to change my number one answer to like follow through with things that I want to do, and I've been thinking about for a long time. There is like a possible way to do it, girl, do it. Second, I want to have more outgoing vibes. The last, especially year, I have been really working on myself and spending a lot of time alone, like very on purpose, and I love it. And I think I have grown so much. Like, I am so grateful for all that work that I've done, and I'm so happy that I did use different experiences as fuel to go to like darker spaces in my mind and kind of like work through a lot of things. And I came out of it so much better and stronger than ever before, so I'm happy about that. But like, I think now I'm very, very ready to kind of be more like outgoing, and I already started doing it the times where I am, you know, in a position to do so. And so far it's brought me so much joy. Like, it's been so much fun to be more outgoing, because I think actually like my most authentic self is not introverted at all. Like, I love being alone, and I love being like more reserved, but I actually am a pretty like open person, and I love like the energy from other people a lot. So yeah, just be more outgoing. Third thing I want to do to nurture myself the next 6 months is a lot more offline activities. And I still want to keep doing my TikToks and my YouTube and all like these things, but yeah, things that have nothing to do with social media. I think I feel so happy whenever I spend my free time reading or watching movies or doing like creative things. Like, just that's what I want to do, you know what I mean? Like, I love being chronically online. Sometimes it's kind of fun to like be in the loop, but I can be chronically online still without spending so much time on it, you know what I mean? And I think it's more fun to do other things, and I think it's kind of satisfying to look at stuff that you made, or to find yourself getting better at certain skills and stuff like that. So fourth and fifth thing on my list is continue what I'm doing now and take my time. So that's it. Das ist alles. Okay, I think that's all I wrote for this week, actually, but I also spoke more than I thought I would. I'm excited for what's to come afterwards. Week 12 is the final week, and it's about recovering a sense of faith. So I think I already have faith, but let's just do the final week, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just do it. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.